What's up, guys, and welcome back to another PSO2 station recap. So today we've got some relatively exciting news, actually some pretty cool stuff. Unfortunately, I can't go over all of it with you guys in the video. You'll have to do a bit of research on your own, but I'll put links in the video description when I get to those parts. You guys will be able to check out the same information. Of course, there'll be a link to this, as there always is. Thank you again to Ricardo, as per almost always. Once in a while it's a different name up there, but you know, this is the name that I recognize, so anyway, let's just jump into it before I ramble on for too long. I have been awake for far too long with far too little sleep, so I apologize in advance. So recap 27, we got a secret phrase. Looks like it gets us a 2018 fun ticket, 20 King's Crests, and 1 mil experience ticket, which I will still be saving. Been holding on to a bunch of those for we'll talk about it a little bit later. So we have until 26th of December to claim those prizes, which are picked up at the Vision Phone as always. Then of course there's the emergency quest boost pool, the concert, and then the actual quest that they end up doing. Nothing too important for us. The web panel rewards between between December 26th and January 9th looks to be here. The New Year's Year of the Boar accessory select and lucky bag G, it looks like. So these new items we'll be getting. Those will be between January 1st and 9th. Popular hairstyles, accessories, and lobby action. This lobby action supposedly be lobby actions. Not 100% sure on that one, but we'll see. Layered wear and grace special ability and special ability protection. That's interesting. I like that. We have a new collab coming up. Is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon collab? I do enjoy this anime. It was pretty good. I don't remember, was his outfit? Oh yeah, that's right. Second part of the anime, his outfit was black. I think it's like, is his outfit black always? I forget. But anyway, we get some new costumes, hairstyles, looks like a knife, weapon camos, some lobby actions, posters, and mats. I guess you just log in for one of the posters, which is kind of cool. And then we get the early January update, which looks like to be the ARC's New Year's Carnival web event. New Year's lobbies, exchange shops, all that good stuff. Looks like we'll be able to trade in weapons badges, the 2019 weapons badges, for some items. Melon Balloon. I don't even know what this is. I guess it's a lobby action. Suru, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Hamura weapons. You'll be able to trade in these badges for Hamura weapons, which is interesting. They are actually said to be some of the stronger weapons in the game. So it's kind of cool. We'll be able to trade in weapon badges for them. I guess it's not as important since we'll be getting 15-star weapons pretty soon. I think actually we'll be getting them before we get these Hamura weapons, so I guess they're just making it easier for other people to get their foot in the door, so to speak, when they get to the appropriate levels, as 13 stars were the same, the Ray weapons. Speaking of Ray, it looks like we're getting the Ray units. This is the Circu Ray units. It looks like we're getting these units. I'm not sure if this is a new series or if it's an old one specifically. I haven't looked at Ray units in such a long time. I guess Ray turns into Union units, and yeah, this is probably just a new series. We'll have to see. But we also get camos of popular weapons, so popular common weapons for each class. Which again, interesting. I'll have to check out this photo here to see exactly what camos they might be talking about. But as you guys know, we can't open those up during these videos because copyrights and whatnot. No fun. Yes, these do get me copyright flagged if I actually open them up. It's kind of stupid, but it is what it is. You'll also be able to get the Omega Dark Falls series weapons, the 13 stars, the Claudum Detonation, Allure, and I'm not even going to try to I'm not going to try to pronounce that. You see it here. It's on the screen. You can read it yourselves. But these are necessary for getting the 15-star new weapon, I believe. If I remember correctly, you need it for the Lightstream weapon, or the weapon right before the Lightstream weapon, right before that one. One of those. Anyway, you need it for the new weapon. And there'll also be the new Mother and Deus solo triggers. So there'll be new solo triggers to do. No longer just solo PD spam. You now have Mother and Deus solo triggers. So that'll be fun. Looks like we have another AC Scratch, Familia Historia, Racing and Horse Jockey outfits, video contest, lobby actions, birthday. I'm not sure if it means that this is the birthday of these lobby actions or if the lobby action is birthday. I don't know. Again, probably get some more info on these photos that we can't look at just yet. I will check those out a little bit later. Early January update. Looks like the New Year's Carnival limited quest. This is actually kind of an interesting thing they're doing this time around. The New Year's Carnival Limited Quest. Visit each planet being attacked by Omega's Nightmare. Battle Losers' forces on Wopal. Doubles forces on Harukotan. Apprentices' forces on Lilliput. And Elders' forces on Nibarius. And it looks like they're going to drop the Coat Barrel, which is the Coat style weapon. I believe the twin machine guns. So TMG Coat weapon. Cool. Not bad. The late January update brings Valentine's Day stuff. We get the Love Rappy suit. I'm sorry, the Love Rappy mini suit, it looks like. So more mini suits. Cool. They work with accessories, so they're actually pretty fun. The late January update, Aurora Valentine. I'm not going to try to pronounce the other Valentine. Looks like you get to choose, or you can get the partner cards of these NPCs. And it looks to be a camo as well. I'm assuming that's what this is here. Pretty cool. Again, not too big of a deal for me personally, but not too bad. Get another AC scratch, the Sweet Bitter Pop AC scratch with the outfits from the previously talked about NPCs. Actually, and more NPCs, Matoy and others. Looks to be black versions of the previous NPCs outfits, so cool. Options, not bad. And lobby actions. Apparently they're Western themed outfits as well for some strange reason. I'm not sure how that fits into all this, but they're there. We get lobby actions, Dance 56, and Valentine. Strange, but we'll go with it. Looks to be in the late January update as well. Adding new items to the PS0 shop. Fit in PS0 memories for items. Humar and Humarl outfits and accessories. I guess these are the outfits / accessories from the games, or the old games at least. In the late January update, we'll also be getting Chocolate Way 2019. NPCs will appear in Valentine's outfits. There'll also be a collections for Fornius weapons, it looks like again. And they will be dropping the 14-star weapon of the Twin Kriya Saber. Twin Kriya Sabers. That was like the Kriya doubles from PSU. I think Twin Kriya Sabers also existed in PSU. I'll have to double check that as well. I don't remember what they did back then, but it'll be interesting to see what the potential is this time around. Late January update as well. Ark's New Year's Carnival Part 2. Client orders and exchange shop updated. Lobby action rainbow drop. Marin Balloon. Limited Quest 2. Free field format. A free field format quest in the city. Interesting. I guess I mean the urban areas. I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to in the city, or if they're talking about Earth. We'll have to see. And that'll actually drop the Coat Talus. So we have the Coat Edge, which is the sword. The Coat Doubles, which is the dual blade. Not dual blade, I'm sorry, the double saber. The Coat Bullet, which is the TMGs, and the Coat Talus, which is the Talus. So they covered the double saber and then all of the hero weapons. Interesting choice. We have more. We have some Idola Phantasy Star Saga stuff. Looks like Idola's first Christmas event begins December 18th. Idola Phantasy Star Saga. Link your PSO2 with Idola Phantasy Star Saga. One link, you'll earn Idola points when playing Idola. Beginning December 19th, you can use those Idola points to purchase items in PSO2. Lobby action, room item, accessory, and disc, some star gems, and element enhancement +2. Interesting. Those outfits look kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I guess they're from characters from Idola. And ES stuff looks like a figure, gonna be 13,000 yen, 13,800. They're doing some meetups for people to meet up with other PSO2 fans, IRL, but that doesn't really matter to us since we are in the States. For those of you who aren't, hey, meetups, cool stuff, right? March 10th, April 21st, May 25th, June 8th, July 14th, and August 17th. Let's see, new merchandise, some t-shirts, wristbands, all that good stuff. Actually some pretty cool characters. PSO2 comic anime. The anime begins January 8th, 2019 on YouTube and Nico Nico. Secret phrase will be displayed each episode. If you type in the secret phrase in chat, you will get a PSO2 cosmic memory. Interesting. I'm assuming the outfits are also going to be available since there's a character wearing one of them. This guy's outfit, which looks dope. I like it. I actually kind of want it. PSO2 comic items. It looks like character mats. Ark's jersey, male, female. I guess that's what those two are. and poses, lobby actions. So I guess this outfit isn't going to be in, unless the outfit's already in game, and I'm just like, I feel like I maybe actually recognize that. It might already be in game. Correct me if I'm mistaken, guys. Also, PSO2 Cloud PC version. Interesting. Starting 2019, the PC version will support PSO2 Cloud. A new cloud button will be added to the launcher. On this version, you'll connect to the cloud share block specifically. So I guess if you were in a situation where you can't access your original version of the game, you can use the cloud version of the game, where you won't have to download the entire game itself, play the cloud version. That's pretty cool, if that's how it works. So that's kind of all leading up to what is actually big news for this. So back when Fandom was first announced, and yes, this is news about Fandom, they showed at the end of the video December, the date December. I'm not sure if it was the class comes out in December or if we get more information in December. It could have easily been both. Now, I was told by some people, they translated it, it means that we get more information in December. But I was also told by some people that they translated it, it means the class comes out in December, meaning someone was lying. But we have our answer. It was more info. So unfortunately, the class is not going to be coming out this month. We could kind of guess that by the way things were going. But we got a video about the Fandom class and some really, really cool news, actually. So, episode 6 is where we will get the Phantom class. So, no brainer, guys. We'll have to wait until episode 6, meaning we'll probably get it in the spring. It'll be a few months. Hopefully early spring. Oh, I kind of hope before episode 6, like kind of in the prelude between the two, so you can kind of level your character up before it gets to episode 6 and kind of enjoy the new story with it, but we'll have to see. It's a new class that also utilizes S attack, R attack, and tech attack. Now, at first, we were kind of like, I don't want to say shocked, but a little annoyed the fact that it's kind of following the same formula that Hero did, S attack, R attack, and tech attack. But now that I find out more about Phantom, I'm kind of happy it does, just because of one of the things they announced. So the weapon types it'll be using, we confirmed, were katana, rifle, and rod. So the scythe item it's a rod. We have the rifle and the katana. What 14 stars will be available to be used with these will be interesting to find out. I'm curious to see if spread needle works for Phantom. Have to find out and test it out. But they also gave us information about the class. Now, if you watch the video, you'll be able to see how all these abilities work. I highly recommend follow the link in the description, get over to this page, watch the video. It's really, really cool. They show off a lot of really interesting information, but I will try to do my best to talk about it as much as I can. So, Phantom Native Action 1. So it's going to have each of its abilities. It looks like we have 2 PAs per ability, and then it looks like we're getting a bit of information. Actually, I think they said 4 PAs total. I don't think they talked about the PAs directly here. I want to say I read somewhere that we get 4 PAs. I don't remember exactly where it was. It might be down here. Phantom notes from attendees. Yeah, this is information from people that were actually at the showing for all of this that they provided to us. So we'll go over that in just a moment, but let's see. So Phantom Native Action 1 is a shift PA. PA behaviors change after tapping the weapon action button. So Phantom Marker applies a marker to the enemy when hit by the attack. When you long tap the weapon action, a follow-up attack can occur. Interesting enough, so you're placing markers on enemies when you do like certain attacks, and then if you just tap the weapon action, you do something, but long holding it looks like you get a follow-up attack. Technique attacks. Activating a technique causes an additional slash to occur. This can also recover some PP. So it looks like when you use a technique when you're using a rod, you get like a free slash, I guess, which can also help recover some PP. So it's interesting. And here's one of the coolest things that I saw that I feel like is going to shake up the meta a bit depending upon what they bring to the table. Subclass Phantom. Phantoms do not support a subclass. However, you can set Phantom as a subclass for standard classes. That's huge. Depending upon what class or what they actually bring to the table, what you can actually use as a subclass. This is the first time they're bringing in a new class that, hey, you don't use or you don't have a subclass, but you can be a subclass. It's like Hero and then old classes kind of mixed together a little bit. Where Hero doesn't support a subclass, but it also can't be a subclass. Phantom can be a subclass, but doesn't support one. We'll have to see how that really works out. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to be Phantom specific, and we'll move on to their classes. But depending upon what does move on, it could shake up the meta a bit with the whole well, I guess it's not exactly as set in stone as it was before, where Hunter was the most used subclass because of its versatility, and it brought a lot of survivability to the table with things like 75% Iron Will, going alongside Never Give Up, of course, for S attack abilities, and the very, very ever popular Automate, which had you use a mate item automatically when your health dropped below half, mixed with Dimates and Trimates would almost always heal you to full, so it made it very easy for players to get kind of lazy with healing themselves and just dodging attacks in general. Present company not excluded, I did it myself. However, the new Omega Masquerade fight has kind of moved me a lot away from that, and considering actually using Fighter as a sub, kind of really want to try it out and see how things work out. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm excited to see what Fandom will bring to the table and see if possibly it might change up what I use as a subclass. So advanced classes are going to get a name change. They're going to be known as successor classes. Now this brings in a very interesting thought. Why bother changing the name from advanced class to a successor class? I have a theory that they want to use the term advanced class for something else, meaning the other classes may be going through another change. We'll have to see. Again, it's just a theory. To be honest, that I kind of thought up like maybe 15 minutes ago. I just couldn't see a reason why they want to call it a successor class unless they were just like, hey, we hate the name advanced class, we want to call it, or we don't want to make it seem like it's better than the others, we'll call it a successor class. But to me, that makes more sense. The successor classes unlocking changes as well. There are going to be changes to how you unlock these successor classes. The condition to unlock a successor class will be revised. This adjustment will make them easier to unlock overall. Unlocking conditions are only having any 2 classes to 75. Meaning that if you play a standard class, say you are a fan of Hunter and you play Hunter Fighter and you level Hunter to 75 and Fighter to 75, you will unlock the successor classes. Now, keep in mind, the term advanced class has changed to successor class, meaning Hero is a successor class. So if you didn't unlock Hero, you may be just getting a free unlock by having 2 classes at 75. Also, those of you guys who might be looking up information, starting the game new, wanted to play Hero as your main class, but were kind of turned off by the fact that you had to level up 3 separate classes that may have need other classes as well. Here you go. Only had to level 2 classes up. Pretty cool. So here's some more information that isn't from like official stuff. This is just information from social media and from attendees of the event that they had. So yeah, some information is taken from social media and might be incorrect or missing context, so take it with a grain of salt. Visitors who attended the ARC's Xmas party got their first look at the Fandom Class, which is expected to release in spring 2019. Hopefully early spring. But Fandom Class can use katana, assault rifles, and rods, we know that. They can use techniques and gun slashes. Cool. Gun slash phantom. Each weapon has 4 PAs. We didn't know that. We know that now, so this is where I read it before. Each PA has its own shift, or Phantom Shift version. Phantoms can be used as a subclass, we know about that. Phantom Shift. Phantom Shift activates when you use the weapon action. The behavior for each PA changes when you use the PA during shift. Interesting. So the behavior for each PA changes when you use the PA during the shift. I assume they mean like if you use the actual PA into the weapon action. Phantom Shift activation. Maybe it's you use the weapon action, then you use the PA. I think that might be what they're kind of going for here. I'm not sure. Phantom Shift specifications. Uncharged has a period of invincibility when activated. Uncharged leads to shift PAs. Uncharged maintains the current combo stage with a question mark. Charge used for marker detonation. Charge does not lead to shift PAs. And charged maintains the current combo stage, question mark. It's kind of interesting to see how it's going to work. My thoughts are that because you're putting marks on your targets during your PAs, maybe you activate your Phantom Shift to detonate the mark, or you pop your Phantom Shift for invincibility to then use your PA to get marks on them. And you kind of mix it back and forth like that. We'll have to find out when we actually get our hands on it. But that's kind of just my preliminary thoughts on it. Seems interesting. I'll have to see how it ends up working out. And now that I think about it, if this whole marker thing extends to the other weapons, as Phantom is a subclass, that might be an interesting prospect to deal with some of the PP issues that other classes have, because as we know, detonating marks can lead to restoring some PP. It'd be interesting. Actually, could lead to a huge shift in meta depending on how strong Phantom is. Now that I think about it, imagine a Phantom as a subclass for a force. Would they use their rod as a standard force, or would they use it as a Phantom? Now my head's just swimming with different ideas, and this video is already like 20 minutes, so let me go ahead and just get through this. So we have uncharged and charged katana Phantom shift examples. So uncharged attacks a short distance ahead while evading. Charged releases a short distance high speed slash and detonates the marker. Okay, so this is telling us what this actually does. So for charged and uncharged rifle Phantom shift examples, uncharged performs a shooting attack with bits while allowing you to move freely. So it allows you a bit more maneuverability. Charge releases penetrating shots and makes it possible to detonate the marker when it hits the enemy. Again, charge looking at detonating the marker versus uncharged, maybe placing marker, just dealing damage while moving. Let's see. So this is for the rod example. Uncharged fires a photon bullet from the rod. Charged detonates all the markers within range, strong against groups of enemies. So maybe your AoE, like mobbing weapon. Phantom marker. A skill you can learn. Markers will accumulate as you continue to attack the enemy. With a charged weapon action, a powerful follow-up attack, ? Attack will occur. I think they're questioning whether or not it'll be a powerful attack or not. With a charged weapon action, a powerful follow-up attack will occur. Maybe it's just a typo. In addition to dealing heavy damage, it is also possible to greatly restore your PP. That's why I'm really interested in this, to find out how it affects other weapons. Phantom gear. Your Phantom gear will raise while you're fighting. You can activate you can activate the skill Phantom time from your sub palette. Phantom time is an active skill that consumes 50% of your Phantom gear. You'll be invincible for 5 seconds during or from activation. Extends the invulnerability of frames during step. PP consumption reduced by 20%. That's really, really cool. Hopefully, again, this extends to used as a subclass. Phantom time finish. If you activate Phantom time again, you'll perform a finisher based on each weapon. Evasive action / dodge counter shots. Dodge counter shots activates when you perform an attack after evading, so a step attack. Cool. Step attack, basically. Attack Gelin provides a certain chance to apply Gelin to an enemy hit by an attack. So you can attach Gelin to your enemies. I saw that happen during the video. Pretty cool. Phantom time Gelin Plus provides a chance to apply Gelin when attack hits during Phantom time. So I guess it increases your chance to apply Gelin during Phantom time. Stealth tech charge is interesting. For a certain time from the start of charging a technique, you will become invincible, and your movement speed will increase. Dodge PP gain recovers PP whenever you evade an enemy's attack. Marker heal recovers HP whenever you accumulate the maximum amount of markers. Sprint tech charge. Movement speed increases during charging techniques. Phantom PP restore increases the amount of PP accumulated when recovered. Zero range marker boost. Bonus is applied to the accumulated markers when attacking enemies at a close range. Long range marker boost. Bonus is applied to the accumulated markers when attacking enemies at a long range. Photon stream increases critical power, critical rate, and damage based on your maximum PP. I'm going to reaffix my units. On the off chance that this carries over as a subclass, this is going to be really cool. Because it increases critical power. Depends on how much it increases it by. So maybe I'm gonna do some stuff ahead of time. We'll see. Marker PP drain. Recovers PP when you accumulate the maximum amount of markers. Full drive increases gear accumulation. Quick cut while using katana. While using a katana, when you perform a weapon action at a specific time, the behavior will change. Bullseye. When using rifles, it accumulates markers through marker detonation. So when you blow up markers, you get markers. Cool. Ambivalence, okay. While using rods, accumulates markers and gear by doing techniques. So it incentivizes you to use techniques while you're getting markers, I guess. While using rods, accumulates markers and gear by doing techniques. So you get markers while using techniques as well. Lord of Thorns decreases markers and increases marker detonation power. Interesting. Less markers, but stronger markers. Tech short charge reduces technique charging time and PP consumption, but lowers the power. It makes the techs weaker, but it makes them charge faster and use less PP. That might be an okay trade. Chase Mark Boost. A bonus is applied to the blah blah blah. Words are hard to read. A bonus is applied to the accumulated markers when attacking enemies suffering from status effects or gelin. A bonus is applied to the accumulated markers when attacking. We're not sure what the bonus is apparently. We'll have to wait for more information about the markers. So if you're attacking enemies that have gelin on them, you get a bonus to your markers. Each weapon type has 4 PAs. Each PA has a shift version to the PA names and what they do. Looks like they're not finished adding everything, but Katana PA, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the names of this. It's normal, a PA that quickly approaches the enemy, dependable PA since you don't flinch as you approach, so super armor and you close the gap. Shift action allows you to slip through the enemy's attack due to its high performance and evasion. It's great use for escaping from groups of enemies. Interesting, okay. And another PA, a simple PA that does consecutive attacks, has a long JA ring. Shift becomes an ultra high speed slash that might be a bit difficult to handle. Interesting. For the rifle PA, fires a slow moving bit that can explode. You can adjust the distance of the explosion based on the timing you release the button. The shift action performs a dash while you're holding the button and then shoots when you let go. So you go from firing a slow moving bit to dashing and then point blank shot, I'd imagine. And then the last one is normal version of it. Lines up the bits and shoots lasers. The direction is based on your input. And the shift action deployed bits will automatically fire bullets. Cool. I guess we're missing the stuff for the rod. That or it's all based on technique, so we'll have to see. But our last bit of information, because we've already spent 26 minutes on this video and it's longer than I've wanted, but it's just a long video because we have a lot of information. Our new enemies. They're called I think it's Kaleidomechs. They're like kaleidoscopes. But our new enemies, check them out. Interesting, we got, what, the demons from episode 5. Now we have Kaleidomechs for episode 6. Interesting. The demon weapons were kind of cool, but hopefully these bring some interesting weapons. And episode 6. Apparently Kaleidomechs is a temp name, by the way. But episode 6. Ultra hard difficulty, and these are all bosses we've had before, but they're different. I guess they're augmenting them by the Kaleidomechs. But yeah, that's apparently arriving this spring. Ultra hard difficulty, along with episode 6. So what do you guys think? I know it's a ton of information to digest, and I apologize to all you guys that jumped in thinking this was going to be a short video like my other ones. Usually they may take about 20 minutes, maybe 25 at the latest. In most cases, 10 to 15, but this is a big one. This had a ton of information about Phantom that I wanted to bring to you guys for a long time, but I wanted to digest the information first myself. And even after taking time to digest it, I still thought of a bunch of like tons and tons and tons of things that could really shake up the meta. What do you guys think about Phantom? I know a lot of you were like kind of whatever, another, you know, advanced class, whatever. But with all the things we kind of brought to the table, depending upon what Phantom could actually do, what its abilities are, what it could bring to the table, could really shake up the meta of PSO2, which would make things pretty fun. Now you know what? I try to reserve my judgment and, you know, hold off, but I am aboard the hype train. I have got my ticket. I'm standing waiting for the train to get here. I'm jumping on and we're going to go for a ride. I'm totally fine with it. If I'm disappointed, I'm disappointed. I mean, I'll live with it, but I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful for what Phantom will do, because the PSO2 subclass meta has been pretty, I mean, it's gotten better. Hunter is not always the choice now. You see Summoner pop up more often. Fighter is a pretty good option as well. Classes are changing up with different weapon choices that have come around, but it would be really awesome. Actually, I wouldn't even be upset if every class just subbed Phantom for some reason and they had different ways of using Phantom. I think that'd be awesome. Taking the old classes as your main and taking this new class as your sub, and then using this new class to augment the old class in a way that we've never seen before. Anyway, guys, let me know what your comments, or let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thanks for joining me again on another one, and I will see you guys next time.